Tiernan Callahan. Wow, that's an Irish name. Psychopath extraordinaire, the Irish Mafia. I'd like to fully annotate it if I can, and participate probably in the traveling book club. You know what I mean? Hi, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Rian. If you're not, thanks for coming back. I am here today to talk to you about my reading program. I started this over on TikTok in June. Now, the idea for this reading program was to get me reading physical books again. I've had a tendency this year to lean more towards. I have had a tendency this year to lean more towards listening to audiobooks and my Kindle. I have spent a lot of my reading on the go. So while I'm walking the dogs, while I'm doing the laundry, while I have very limited time to like sit down and physically read books at the moment. So in order to obviously just continue reading and to read the books that I want to read and get through them, I've been listening to them on audio, and then occasionally I will have my Kindle with me, and while I'm training I might read a little bit on my Kindle, or if I'm on my bike or something at home, I'll sit on my bike and I'll read my Kindle. Fine, totally fine. There's no problem with that at all. I think the biggest issue for me is that I'm actually just not making time for myself to sit down and relax. And that's what reading really is for me. It's for me to sit down and have an escape and get away from the things that I'm, everyday life that's going on around me. I started this program because I wanted to make a little bit more time for myself again. And I wanted to get back into the habit of reading physical books. I also started it to get through a few things like ticking off books from my physical TBR. I want to finish some series that I'm in the middle of. And I also have a few books that are part of traveling book clubs that I need to read and annotate that I just put off because I feel like that takes up a lot of your time and effort, and you have to sit down and obviously you have to be really present while you're doing it because you're reading and you're annotating at the same time. So what I did was I put all of those books on pieces of paper. I color coded them. So the ones that are pink are my physical TBR. The ones that are purple are the series that I'm currently in the middle of that I want to try and get through. And the ones that are blue are books from my traveling book clubs that I need to read and annotate. The goal was to pick 2 books from my physical TBR, one from a series I'm already in the middle of, and one that I need to read and annotate. And do that, and each month try and get through at least those 4 books. I've been averaging between 4 and 6 books a month this year, which is not very high for me. It's normally that's actually quite low, which is fine. Again, 4 books a month is better than no books a month. I gave myself the target of 4 books because I felt like that was really achievable. I'm also a mood reader, so following any kind of book TBR monthly to be read kind of list is really difficult for me. So I also just if I picked too many books, I just wasn't going to read them. I wasn't going to do it. So I felt like 4 was really achievable. So basically that's the reading program, and that's why I created it. Last month, I did pretty good. One book I read was from the series that I'm currently in the middle of, and that was The Memories of Merrick. It's like a novella from the Lies of Lena series. Loved it, finished it, absolutely ate it up. The next book was one of the books that was on my physical TBR, and it was also a special edition that I got from Fairy Loot, and that was The Wicked Sea. Now I was really excited for this book because it was like mermaids and sirens, and I loved the concept. I started reading it and oh my god, the MMC's POV literally just made me want to blow my brains out. It was so bad that I even tried to download the audio and listen to it on audio because it was duet narration on audio, and I thought, well, maybe this will be better. It was worse. It was so much worse. I couldn't do it. So I DNF'd that book. So that was the one from my physical TBR. The other one from my physical TBR that I picked was actually the 3rd book in a series, and I haven't read the 2nd book yet, so I couldn't read it. Put that back in the jar, and hopefully I don't pick it again, but if I do, I'll just put it back until I obviously get to the 2nd book, because that is on my TBR as well. That book was Trust Me Always by Megan Brandy. I have the 2nd one. I'll try and make sure I pick that one first. Didn't read that one. So DNF'd one book. Didn't read the other one because it was the 3rd book in a series. The last book was the Traveling Book Club book, which was The Poppy War, and I had to read and annotate that. And I got 250 pages in, and I couldn't go on. I was so bored. And I was like, if I keep reading this, if I try and make myself read this right now, I'm gonna slump so hard. I also feel really bad because it's not the book. The book, I actually think like probably at another time it would be fine, and I would be okay to read it. But I read that at the back of finishing The Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff, that trilogy, and that was high, dark, epic fantasy, and it was fucking incredible. And I was like, yes, I'm ready for high fantasy. Like, I'm ready to go on a poppy war. It just was... My expectations were so high, and it's not the Poppy War's fault. It's J. Kristoff's fault for setting the bar too high. Honestly, it just didn't hit. It didn't hit. I just thought it was best. I read 250 pages. I annotated 250 pages, but I said to the girls, like, I can't do any more. Shana, I'm going to send it to you. That's its final destination. It's now at its forever home, and I hope that Shana loves it. I know she probably will. The other two girls that read it, absolutely, they ate it up. They loved it. Hold on. Finley, you stop. Anyway, the other two girls ate it up. That was last month. I gave myself a 6 out of 10. I gave myself a 6 out of 10. This month, I'm hoping to, I was hoping to get a little bit higher and do a little bit better. But at the start of the month, I'm trying to get pregnant, and me and my husband having a little bit of difficulties because I have PCOS, endometriosis, and adenomyosis, which is like basically just a cocktail for like never having kids. I underwent IUI, and that was what we thought was probably going to be the thing that helped us, and it didn't. It failed. So I had a really hard time the first 2 weeks of this month, and I didn't get anything done. So I didn't even pick these books until the 13th. Now, like I said, I already recorded this video. I picked the books. I did everything. I just wasn't in focus. I'm just going to tell you the ones that I picked, and we're just going to go through them together. I've got now like 14 days left. I think that I can do this. I'm positive that I can get through at least 3 of these books in the remainder of the month. Also, I don't want to set any expectations because this wasn't about completing books. It was about making time for myself again and sitting down and enjoying reading a physical book. Hold on, my dog is going insane. So the first book I picked for July, and that was the one that I need to read and annotate for the traveling book club, was In the Veins of Drowning. Quite small book, only about 360 pages long. Really, if I set my mind to it, I could read this in a day and a half, a day even, and just get it done. I need to find a day where I can just sit there and read it, you know what I mean? It just, why is life so busy? This is the first one. Let's read the back. The monster is always slain. Imogen Nell has been hiding for as long as she can remember, hiding from a cruel kingdom that believes sirens are monstrous, from a king who viciously hunts her kind, and from her own alluring abilities. Keeping herself from the sea, Imogen's bloodlust has dulled, her black wings concealed beneath her skin. When a neighboring king comes to visit, Imogen can no longer hide, for he knows exactly what she is. Better yet, he believes Imogen is a lost siren heiress who can save the kingdom from an even greater monster. Together they embark on a quest, traversing waters teeming with undead, but as the line between duty and their people and their desire for each other blurs, one thing becomes clear to Imogen. Perhaps the only way to defeat a monster is by becoming one. Sounds great. Sirens. Hopefully this is better than The Wicked Sea. Tegan liked it. I'm excited. I think this is a great start. I'd like to not DNF that book. You know what I mean? I'd like to fully annotate it if I can and participate properly in the traveling book club. You know what I mean? The second book that I picked was one from my physical TBR. That was Bad Bishop by LG Shen. Dark Mafia romance. Like, say no fucking more. I feel like, again, same, it's an easy read. It's a little bit longer. It's 430 pages. If I really wanted to, again, I could get this done pretty quickly. These books, I've heard really good things about them. Bad Bishop in particular, it's very, very good, very bingeable, really easy to read, really fun time. Let's read the back. He's deathless. She's trying to find a reason to live. Lila, my innocence was ripped from me one fatal night under the starless sky, resulting in an unwanted teenage pregnancy. As a secret, the Kimura must bury. Wow. Okay, heavy. Heavier than I anticipated. Unwanted teen pregnancy, not really up my alley right now, but it's fine, we're going with it. So my father decided to hand me off to the highest bidder. The lucky winner, Tiernan Callahan. Wow, that's an Irish name. Psychopath extraordinaire, the Irish Mafia. Prince wants me for all the wrong reasons: alliance, money, prestige, war. I am but a pawn in his twisted game. Bad Bishop. The man who sits on the throne of his enemy's skulls thinks I'm a weakling. Little does he know, in this chess game, the underdog wins, because the thing about bad bishops, they protect good pawns. Okay, cool. Dark Age Gap. Oh, Age Gap. Mafia romance. Perfect for fans of Nevesta Allen and Bryn Weaver. This is a first book in a steamy romance series. Society of villains. Those who play the game always meet their match. Hopefully it's not too sad because, well, I don't think I can handle that right now. We'll see. We'll see. We'll just see how we go. The next book off of my physical TBR was Whisper in the Roars. That was this one by Kay Webster. I bought this book for myself in May last year for my birthday. I've had it for over a year and I've just never picked it up. I don't know why. It's only short. It's 260 pages long, I think. Yeah, it's 260-ish pages long. Just every time I've gone to pick it up, I'm just like, no. I've also heard that it's really, really sad. Again, I'm just a sensitive girly right now, so sad things are just not enticing me as much as they normally do. Because normally, I love a fucking sad story. I love to cry, but I think I've cried enough recently that I don't really want to cry at all anymore. I need like hope and joy and love. Besides the point, trauma dumping, lol. Let's read the back. I'm a recluse, sad, quiet, and afraid. Sequestered in my home away from the world, it's better this way. I wasn't always alone. I had him, my boyfriend, my best friend, my everything, Geo Anderson, but I sent him away. Okay. It was a fungus growing and festering, turning his brilliant parts black with the disease otherwise known as me. Shit. Okay. But he's back. The boy blossomed into a man who wants to fight for me. The past that rules me is dark and chaotic and violent. It always wins. Love isn't supposed to be war. Yeo thinks our hearts, though, will win this time. I mean, hopefully there's a happy ending. Why do I feel like there was not? I feel like I heard that it was just like a really sad book. So, yeah, there's that. Cool. Yeah. It's the shortest one, and it would make the sense to just try and get it done. Maybe I should just do that. Maybe I'll make this one the one that I'm just gonna fucking start, you know what I mean? The last book that I had was one from a series that I'm currently in the middle of, and that was Fury Bound. I don't know why I'm holding these up to you. You guys can't see shit on them. I'm too far away, and the writing is fucking on it with a purple pen on colored paper. Fury Bound was the last one that I picked. I don't have a physical copy of Fury Bound, so I'm making that one my audio book, and I've already started it. That is the second book to Buy Bound. In the beginning, my words. That is the second book to Diabound by Sable Sorensen. I loved Diabound. I thought it was really great. Good time, good fun read. I've started Fury Bound, like I said, and it's been awesome so far. I'm about 10 chapters in. I am already on the way, guys. I'm already making my way through my list. But I do need to start one of these physical books, and I think maybe I should just start with Whispers and the Roars, and I should just bite the bullet, you know what I mean? 260 pages, like, let's just fucking do it. Like, let's do it. I could definitely read this in a day. We'll just go from there. I think that is the plan so far. Goal is not to like rack up numbers of books or anything like that. It is to try and make more time for myself, sit down and give myself a break from life because it's just been hectic, and just lose myself in a book for a little bit, you know what I mean? I've got like 14 days left. I've got 2 weeks. I've got 2 weeks left of this month. 14 days. Oh my God. I've got 2 weeks left of this month. This is achievable. I can do this in 2 weeks. I've literally read a fucking 900-page book in a day and a half. Like, I can do 4 books that are like under 400 pages in 2 weeks. The next 2 weeks are pretty chill because I obviously just had my period, so I'm not really doing anything for the next 2 weeks until I ovulate again, because that's how my life has been, just on this constant cycle of getting my period and ovulating and getting my period and ovulating. Anyway, anyone who's going through that, big love, sending all my love out to you, because it's fucked and it sucks, and I've been on this journey now for nearly 2 years, and it's insane because my whole life has been spent dedicated to high performance sports, being fit and healthy, being the best version of myself, and it just kind of feels like the one thing that I was meant to just be able to do, I can't, and it's annoying because my body can do so many amazing things. It can do so many fucking incredible things, and it just can't do this. Yeah. It's just like where I am in my life right now. Anyway, I hope that you guys have had a killer month. I hope that you're reading all of the books that you absolutely love, and I hope you get all the 5-star reads. I'll try and keep you guys updated with my reading program and how I'm going. I might do a reading vlog for one of them where I just film every single time I'm reading it and keep you guys updated. If there's anything that you guys want to see from me in particular, you guys like reading vlogs? Do you guys want book reviews? What do you guys want? Because honestly, creating content right now is like the one thing that makes me happy. Talking about books is like the one thing that makes me really happy. And I am an externally motivated girly. So if I have the motivation because you guys say that you want to see something in particular, if you guys give me those things, I will do them, and it makes me happy. It keeps me preoccupied, it keeps me busy, and yeah. That's it for this video. Same as always, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, do all of the things. Tell me what books you're reading this month. Do you guys do TBRs? Do you guys do monthly TBRs? And if you do you stick to them? Or do you do them and only read like a couple books from them? Am I the only one that just like, why do I have such a hard time with a TBR? That's not what this is. It's not what this is. That's not what this is. So it doesn't even matter. But I just want to know. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.